Yo, it's your boy D's Media back, man. We on episode 3. Today, man, we gonna talk about I almost forgot the titles already. But today we gonna talk about EBG EBG Jizzle just got sentenced to 20 years. Tay Savage pretty much posted that he tired of people taking his kindness and his humbleness for weakness. And also congratulations to Iowa State, Caitlin Clarkson. They advanced to the national title. Also congratulations to Angel Reese declaring for the WNBA draft. But those are the topics we're gonna take. I'm gonna give a little second for people to chime in. But those are the topics we're gonna talk about. Yo, it's your boy D's Media. But Pooh Shiesty out. EBG Jizzle was just sentenced to 20 years. They don't say what he was sentenced for 20 years for, but in the past, he was arrested for violating probation of alleged shooting. There's another one where it says that he was arrested on murder charges but found not guilty. But it also was another one on here say that he was arrested for a warrant. So it don't really say what he got sentenced to 20 years for, but he definitely did just recently get sentenced to 20 years. Uh, that's sad, man, because he was a nice artist, man, bro. Like he really had potential, despite the issues, and the stuff that he had going on with Pooh Shiesty and all of that. At the end of the day, I felt like, this dude really has some talent. But a lot of our youth and generation, man, they falling victim to the streets. But he was just sentenced to 20 years. Not today, just in the recent days. He's been locked up for a minute, so that's probably why, um, we haven't seen him drop like any videos or anything like that. But yeah, man, EBG Jizzle was just sentenced to 20 years. Um, like I say, that's sad. But one thing I gotta say is, man, you gotta take accountability and responsibility. If you want to be out here and you want to be a stepper and you want to be about that life, and this is what you're choosing to do, this is what it's gonna come with. It's either gonna come with jail or it's gonna come with the graveyard. It's not really too many people that have been in the streets that heavy that can live to talk about it or anything like that. It's a few of them that managed to get out. But it say his projected release date is 2042. That's crazy. Like they say the earliest that he can get out is 2032, possibility of parole date. So if you really think about it, it's 2024. So really technically he could do 8 years and come home, or he got to do the whole 20 piece. So that ain't really that bad. Now that I just really think about it. But just hope he stay out of trouble. If he stay out of trouble, he only got to do 8 years. But as you can clearly see right here, I got it right here on the site. It says that he's at Broadshaw facility. But yeah, Eric Montrell Anderson, age 23. No, it said maximum sentence date 2042. It says earliest parole date is 2032. So man, at the end of the day, man, if he go do them 8 years, stay out of trouble, don't really get into too much, he can come home in 8 years. If not, he got to do the whole dub. Um, but it's like, I feel like, why do the youth and the talented like gotta figure it out the hard way a lot of times? It's like, why do we gotta bump our heads to realize like, dang, like, cause think about it. 8 years, his rap career might be over. He might can still come out and do like interviews and stuff, but I think his rap career might be over. He do 8 years. He wasn't as relevant as Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty was relevant enough to go away, do 5 years, and he gonna come back and be relevant. But EBG Jizzle, he wasn't as relevant as Pooh Shiesty was. So I don't think, he gonna have a music career at the end of the day. But, sometimes, man, God sits you down for certain reasons. Sometimes we be moving fast in life. And sometimes this is the way that, he sits you down, I'm pretty sure, him being in the streets of Memphis, it ain't no joke. So, this might save his life, A lot of times, man, people sit down, they get their thoughts together, they see where they messed up at, and they better themselves, But a lot of times when you on the streets, man, you don't really have that time to sit down because you got to go get it. If you got kids, you got to feed your kids. If rent due, rent due. If you a felon, you ain't gonna be able to get no decent job, Then sometimes if you do get a decent job, that ain't still gonna cut it, So, a lot of people go out every day and they risk their life, man, Then also some people just go out and just crash out, But a lot of times, man, these youngsters out here, man, they gotta go get it, man, They don't want to wait through school and do all of that stuff like how probably the traditional way would be go to high school, go to college, get out of college, find a job, or get out of high school, go to the Navy, or just like traditional stuff. Like, nowadays, man, these youngsters, they want it, man. They ain't waiting. They seeing all these rappers with all this nice stuff and all of this, man. This generation is different, man. They ain't they on a different level far as like when I was 14, 15, I was thinking about going to team parties. I was thinking about girls. I was thinking about playing basketball. I was thinking about the newest kicks that was about to come out. An average 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old nowadays, man, he ain't think about that, man. He think about something totally different. He thinking about a button, a switch, it's like, but it's just like times has changed, But I feel like also when you grow up in certain areas, you can't be weak or people will push you over. So sometimes certain environments produce people like EBG Jizzle, no disrespect, because you adapt to your environment. How can you be a sheep in Memphis? That's not gonna work. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times people is pushed into that. People ain't born no monsters. How can a little baby come from a baby and then grow up and be a monster? Come on, man. It don't just work like that. People ain't born monsters and killers and savages and steppers and all of that. Come on, man. In certain situations, people lose people. Their environment force them into that. Lack of opportunity, financial reason. There's a reason why people step off the streets and, jump into certain things like that. They don't just, that's just not something that you just do. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to EBG Jizzle, man, a.k.a. Pooh Shiesty Op. He was just sentenced to 20 years. But his earliest release date is 2032. But like I say, if you get into any trouble or anything, man, you're going to have to do that whole dub. The next subject we're going to talk about is Tay Savage, man. He posted on his, his IG that he felt like people taking his humbleness for weakness. You know what I'm saying? He felt like they taking his kindness for weakness, I feel like he feel like, if he was how he was back in the day, people wouldn't play with him on the internet and all of this stuff, but it's two different things. You can't get the money and still be the old Tay Savage. It's not gonna work. So it's like you gotta choose. If you want to be in the entertainment business and get this money, you can't be the old Tay Savage. You can't. So it's like he gonna have to evolve. Now, I can guarantee you, it probably hurt him because what he probably really want to say or probably really want to do, he not gonna do it, Also him converting to being a Muslim, part of being a Muslim, man, they teach you is patience, like, how can I put it? I feel like that time that Tay Savage spent in prison, he realized 5 minutes can cost you the rest of your life. So when he came out, I feel like he getting to the money, he pushing this piece, he still got it in him, you know, but you can't do both. For the kids out there or people that's listening, you know, that want to be a rapper and trying to be a street dude, you can't do both. You know, you can't be a real gangster and be an entertainer, bro. It's not gonna work because you can't be in two places at once. So yeah, I can guarantee you it's hurting his ego, but I bet you his bank account is way bigger now than it was when he was a real stepper or a real slider or whatever he called himself back then. You know, I bet you he got way more money now than then. I bet you he don't got to look over his shoulders with it, far as like the money he making and the stuff that he doing. You know what I'm saying? Because he flying in and out of Chicago. You know, he signed to Empire Records, excuse me. You know, so he got a lot of stuff going for him. You know, he's signing artists, all of that. You know, I seen this dude up almost what $200,000-300,000 online. I ain't seen the video him back in the day up $500. So it's like a lot come with changing. But would you rather be a person that, oh, they ain't gonna play with, oh, they already know, but you ain't got a dime in your pocket. You don't got nothing. Or would you rather be a person that got the money and the opportunity, and when people say stuff and all that, you let it roll off your shoulder? Which one would y'all rather be? I'd rather be the one with the money. Because just think about this. At the end of the day, if ain't nobody physically harming you, that's what the internet is gonna do. Everybody ain't gonna like you. That's just in general. Everybody ain't gonna like you. Everybody ain't gonna like me. Everybody ain't gonna like the people that's watching this. That's just life in general, you know? But I'd rather take the money and a better opportunity and a chance to create general wealth than to have that image and nobody want to play with me, but I don't have a dime in my pocket. That don't even make sense, you know? So it's like Tay Savage, it's like you're gonna have to pick and choose. If you want to go back to the low end and be Tay Savage, go ahead. But I bet you ain't gonna have the money that you got now, you know. But that's what come with this entertainment business. That's what come with it. You know, a lot of people want to sign up to be a rapper, but the first time people get to blogging and say something bad about them, they want to go right back to what they was doing, bro. There's no point in you being a rapper, bro. Everybody ain't gonna like you, bro. That's just what come with it. But I bet you got way more resources now and way more money now than you did back then. You plugged in with labels, you going state to state. You know, you Muslim, you could tap in everywhere you want to go now. You know, you in the dough. You signed the empire. You know, you good. Why worry about what the internet or what some ops is saying on the internet because they saying you pushing peace and all of that? Why care, bro? You know what you about. Cause I guarantee you when you was sitting in that cell fighting them double, you know, them double B's and fighting all that stuff, you know, I bet you did nobody care about you then. Come on, brother. You got a wonderful opportunity in front of yourself, man. Don't let these dudes steer you off. Steer you to no brick wall, bro. Don't let them knock you off your square. And dang sure don't let them trick you off the streets, bro. Cause that's all they trying to do, bro. They trying to get you to go back to your old ways, bro, so they can knock you off the streets, bro. The feds is already in Chicago heavy, bro. Keep doing what you doing, man. Getting your money, man, linking in with rappers in another state, keep perfecting your craft, getting better at your rhymes and all of that, you know. And that's what I would be worried about, you know. But he definitely do feel some type of way, man. Y'all can go look at his IG live. He just posted it. Like he feel like people taking his kindness for weakness. Like he feel like, you know, people think because he humbled and he carry himself a different way that he can't get like that. No, the lion is still in him. The dog is still in him. You know, he just learned when to release it. You know, that's what a lot of people think. People think that a gangster or a person got to show it 24 hours, 7 days a week. Who wants to be gangster every hour of the day? You don't have to be a real gangster. Ain't gonna show you that he a real gangster till it's time to get busy. The loudest person in the room is the weakest. Weakest. So anybody that's keep trying to show you that they gangster and keep trying to show you, that's the weakest person. Because a real gangster ain't gonna tell you that he a gangster. But when it's that time, you gonna know because he gonna show you, you know? That's the difference with this generation. They think that they gangster is going on live and showing you a switch and a Draco and all of that. How's that gangster, bro? Because if somebody spent you right now and you can't pick that thing up, bro, you done. You get what I'm saying? But that's the generation we live in now. It's like people think you get credit off talking. You don't get no credit and no stripes off talking and trying to show people you a crash out. A real gangster ain't gonna crash out to us that time. You know? It's different. It's a total difference. A real gangster is not crashing out to us that time. Because he already know. I only got one life to live, bro. I'm gonna make it worth it. That's what Tay Savage, bro, you on, bro. You done did everything, bro. You done beat double B's. You done did 20 you got sentenced to 20 years at 10%. Came home, beat that. We could see jail fights and all of that you done went through. Got cut on your face and all of that. You know, recently was on IG Live and somebody came through and Swiss cheese the house that you was in, you know. You done been through everything, bro. What do you got to show people, bro? You know, you kill people with, I mean, excuse me, scratch that. You get at people with success and not the other way into it. You have to do it the other way. A person, he see you living your best life, you getting money, you bringing your people up, everybody eating around you, everybody looking good. That's going to hurt his heart more than you spraying the block up. Because 9 times out of 10, you ain't going to hit them. You're going to hit somebody else. You know? But if you flying in and out on IG and on Instagram, the girls that he bring to his crib, oh, look at Tay, he in Miami, he doing this, he doing that. That's going to hurt him more than spraying a block up. You know, but I wish Tay Savage the best. We're going to get into our sports catalog in a second, but I wish Tay Savage the best, man. Don't let these dudes knock you off your square, knock you off your streets. I mean, kick you off the streets, bro. You're doing an amazing job, pushing peace, man. You know, you giving the youth real hope because you really lived that life. You know, so the real steppers and the real sliders, bro, they respect you and they listen to you, bro. You know, when you talk is organic. A lot of people don't really got that, you know, because a lot of people ain't really been through the stuff that you've been through. But I wish that brother the best. But the next subject we're going to talk about is Caitlin Clarkson. You know, congratulations to the Iowa women's basketball team. They advanced to the women's national championship. They got to play South Carolina. I believe they got to play South Carolina. Man, that's gonna be a tough matchup for them. But at the end of the day, I give Caitlin Clarkson her credit, man, because you know she could have after they beat LSU, you know she could have hit Angel Reese with this bat right back, you know, the same way that they did to her last year, you know. But you know she was a real true scholar. You know she handled herself like a real lady. You know she didn't do any of that. You know she did celebrate, but she didn't take it as far as that. You know, she didn't try to make it race or anything like that. You know, she gave LSU they props, they credit. You know, but LSU got knocked off. You know, I felt like that's the difference between LSU and Iowa. You know, I felt like at LSU they star players more worried about signing endorsement deals and being on IG Live and going to the clubs and all of that. And people like Caitlin Clarkson was in the gym every day, practicing, training, hooping, balling. Not worried about no NIL. She getting the same amount of money in NIL as Angel Reese is probably getting. No, Angel Reese probably getting a little bit more, you know, just because she's a little bit more popular. But that's, you seen the difference. You seen it this year. You know, last year before Angel Reese and Flaw J blew up, you know, they was just straight hoopers, you know, in the gym every day. But once they got that championship and blew up and got those followers and all that money and, you know, the celebrities inviting you out with them and everywhere you go, paparazzi, all of that, as you can see, grades start to slip. You know, they just didn't have that want no more. And the team like Iowa, those girls, they ain't worried about the cameras, the paparazzis, none of that. You know, they come out there to straight ball it, and it showed in the performance this year. That's why Iowa was just dragging people all year. LSU beat a lot of people just off talent. They didn't beat people off hard work and drive this year. You know, Boosie even said it himself, like, we got to do some recruiting this year. Yeah, Boosie, y'all do. You know, and Y'all might want to watch it as a life lesson. You can't let somebody get bigger than the program because as you can see, Angel Reese, man, I feel like she got bigger than LSU, and I feel like that's what really caused them to lose. They didn't have that drive and that want no more. You know, we getting $5-6 million from NIL. Shaq just signed me to an endorsement deal with Reebok. Flaw J signed to Rock Nation as a rapper. They don't really gotta want to go to class and all of that. But before they won that championship, they didn't have all those opportunities and all of that. Their main opportunity and main goal in life was basketball and all of that. Now they got other ventures outside of basketball. Why would I be worried about going to practice when I just signed a $20 million deal with Shaq? I might got to go do photo shoots. I might got to be over here or do that. What you think gonna be more? This $20 million, that deal that I got, or a college basketball? That at the end of the day, it ain't. I mean, I won a ring last year. What more can I get out of it? You know, they didn't want it this year, but those girls in Iowa want it. Those girls in South Carolina want it. Them girls from Gamecocks, they want it. I think they're gonna be the ones that get it. My personal opinion. Caitlin Carson gonna do her thing though, but that's my personal opinion. I think they gonna get it. But congratulations to Angel Reese. She just declared for the WNBA draft. She said there's nothing more that she can really get out of LSU. She feel like her next step in her career and advancing herself as a woman is the WNBA. Even though she would have made more money in college, but after that loss from Iowa, I think she'll want to come back. That's just my personal opinion. But congratulations to her. She gonna definitely be a top 3 pick. Cause she might go number 1. Either her or Caitlin gonna go number 1. But I definitely do wish her the best, man. I hope she definitely is gonna have a successful NBA career. I mean, a WNBA career. She's 6'3", left hand. A beast in the paint. The last 2 years, they averaged about 12, 13 rebounds. 12, 13 rebounds a season. But she doing her thing, man. So congratulations to her. But I definitely do think that the South Carolina women's is going to win a national championship this year. I just feel like they got those dogs on their team. I just feel like they got that want, that drive, I feel like nowadays, man, with this NIL and that, it's going to kind of, it's better for the players because they finally getting paid, but it's bad because a lot of times now they focus not going to really be on basketball. Because now I can make money now. I can sign autographs. I can do deals on Instagram, and if you on your phone all day anyway, you can make money. You already got 5-10 million followers on Instagram, IG, and Twitter, and all of that. You can make money. So why would I be focused on college and basketball when I can make so much money outside of it now? So it's going to be a good and a bad thing about college. But I think it's good because the players can finally get paid. A lot of these players then went undefeated and won national championships, and then they go back to their dorm after winning the program all this money, and coaches signing $30 million deals, universities signing shoe deals for $250 million, and then I can't even eat if the cafeteria closed at night. That don't make sense, So I get why the players got paid, but that money gonna take the drive out of the game, because what's their motivation now? If I can get paid for my name, likeness, and image, I would be focused on that more than I would be focused on college and just basketball just in general. That's just my personal opinion. But once again, congratulations to Iowa women's basketball for advancing to the national championship game. I believe they about to play South Carolina women in a few days. So congratulations to those women. I definitely wish those the best. Our last thing in our sports column before we end it, this one is gonna be probably like a good 30-40 minutes. Wide receiver Stephon Diggs was just traded to the was just traded to the Houston, Texas, pretty much on a 1 year deal. Um, I think that, man, that trade right there, man, that's about to help the Houston Texans out real big, man. I feel like, that young boy CJ Stroud, man, I feel like he the one. I feel like with another year under his belt and more weapons surrounded around him, they also just signed what is it? Daniel Hunter, a good defensive end slash pass rusher. So you give them more defense to go with that pass rush that they had last year. They got Dale. On the offense they got Diggs. The other receiver that got hurt, and they got so they got some weapons, man. So they division, man, they definitely better be on the lookout, man. But Josh Allen, man, is rumored that they came to Josh Allen before they traded him, and Josh Allen approved it, man. If you remember last year and you go back, all season last year, you could just see, even when the season came to, you remember he held himself out of training camp and all of that. He was saying that he wanted to be traded, and they made it right by giving him an extra couple incentives. But the whole season was just